Hi, Orry.
Hello.
Sometimes I question what my life has come to.
Same.
I mean,
Me too.
yesterday I did the Google DeepMind head, one of the world's top authorities on AI. Then I did a NASA, I'm not exaggerating, this is true. And then the NASA top authority on Mars exploration and things like that. And then I told some friends that I have a session with Orry. Like 100 times the excitement for your session. They're like, AI वगैरह ठीक है, but Orry का session का link जरूर भेजना.
My
Orry
hard
का
work is paid off, that
your
means.
hard work is, so you do work hard now.
I work very hard.
हाँ?
I
Because
do.
पहले तो ये सारी कहानी ये थी कि Orry करता क्या है?
Orry करता है क्या है? Orry करता है क्या? अभी मैं सब कुछ करता है और मैं सब कुछ कर सकता है भी है. I you have to ask it in English, man. I can't think in Hindi like
Sure,
this.
sure, that's fine.
I can do almost everything, and I have done almost everything. It's just that I don't actively want to do anything. That is very different.
That's a lot of us actually.
Yes, that is.
But you actually get away with it.
I get away with it, yeah.
Yes. So, and I heard you attended a lot of weddings. Like last 5 months, you attended 80 weddings.
78.
78.
Since
इतने तो
September.
इतने तो पंडित जी भी नहीं करते
I
यार.
know. 78 wedding functions since September till actually last night. I was at a wedding.
Like, how do you know so many couples who are getting married?
I don't know.
Okay. And this is apart from the parties you attend.
This is apart. So I actually don't enjoy a wedding because I feel very pressured. You have to attend. There's certain obligations. The hosts feel entitled that your presence has to match certain amount of whatever. And that's a wedding. But I love a good party. A party I love. I can attend 100 birthday parties and 100 parties and I'll party till 6 in the morning and it won't affect me. But a wedding is a lot of work. That is work.
Yeah, but even your parties are work because people can attend any party Orry attends.
Yes.
Because you post it.
Yes, that is.
So we can attend, like we know.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I've leaked the whole party.
Yes. Tell me something, Orry. I'm actually very curious about this. And for no fault or reason of your own, you were born into affluence.
Sure.
You are rich.
You can say that.
Yeah, I think. And
I think I don't believe in labels.
no, it's not a label. I mean,
It's a label.
affluence. You know, you were born rich.
Sure.
I'm not saying you are like somebody or something like that.
I won't debate.
I mean, we can look at you have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
So then you are rich in India. um, 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 People often dream like I wasn't, and a lot of my friends, a lot of people here, we come from middle class. मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी बोलूँगा, ये हिंदी का भी channel है, but I can convert it. My dream when I was growing up was one day I'll get rich, I'll have lot of money. And I thought like rich people, all rich people do is they lie down on silk sheets and they eat grapes all day. लोटते हैं वो बस रेशम की चादरों में.
I prefer oranges, mangoes.
Oranges,
bananas.
mangoes, or a fruit platter. Now, what is that life like? It's basically weddings and parties and pleasure and vacations. What are the good things about it, and what is the dark side or like some of the not so good things about being rich? I know it sounds strange because almost everybody wants to be rich, but हर चीज के फायदे नुकसान है. Everything has pros and cons. What is your unique insight? I think you'll have something unique to say because you live a very different life from a lot of us.
See, I can only speak from my experience, right? Now, everyone has their own silver spoon. Whether you're born with money, without money, everyone has their own journey, and you can't compare it to the journey on your left and your right. And I say this a lot because that wasn't your journey, you've not experienced, you can't speak about it. I get really bored. I get really, really bored. And I think that's the problem because after how many bags will the next bag excite you? After how many watches will the next watch excite you? After how many vacations will the next vacation excite you? But then I realized like social media also bores you because I feel I've seen Thailand, I've seen Morocco, I've seen Mizoram, I've seen the world now from my phone. So going to the place also doesn't really feel special anymore. So to me, the only downside really is that lack of satisfaction. Because you know when you work for something and you get a paycheck, you feel very satisfied with that paycheck. But now if you get a pocket money allowance every month, you're not going to feel very satisfied with that, right? Because you've not earned it. You know, when it's your dad's money, you feel, my dad always said this, but the day you earn your own money, you won't spend it the way you spend mine. Because the way you spend your parents' money, faltu, you'll spend it like that. When you make your own paycheck, you're not going to spend that money, right? So that satisfaction factor kind of goes, and that boredom also really kicks in.
I'm clipping this and sending it to my kids.
You must.
I will, I will. Uh, you know, this thing you mentioned, actually, there's a scientific basis for it. Anything that releases um, dopamine easily, any pleasure-filled activity which is done without effort, whether it's vacations or drinking or food or anything, pornography, all kind of things, they will feel pleasurable at first, but over time, you develop tolerance, resistance, you need more and more dose, and it just all becomes what is called anhedonia, which is the opposite of hedonism, where like hedonism is a life of pleasure, and then if you keep doing that, eventually your brain gets used to it, and it just
These words are above my pay grade, but
yeah, I mean, what you're saying is you actually experienced it as well, and now you're very busy.
Yes, now I am very busy.
Okay, these parties you attend.
Yes.
This is coming from genuine curiosity. What do you guys discuss there? Like, what do you guys talk about in the parties? Like AI or politics, or I mean, I'm sure, like, no, right? तो क्या discuss करते हो? अभी मिले थे 2 दिन पहले, and everybody's having the same champagne, everything over and over, 79th party or whatever. What do you guys discuss?
I don't know what party you're going to if you're discussing
I'm not going,
AI and all these other things. In fact, AI is the last thing we want to discuss at parties, because all AI does is take our faces and put on other people's bodies and put words in our mouth. Like, I wake up to videos of me saying things and me kissing people that I've never kissed before, me doing things I've never done before, because these AI generated apps are making us do all these things. So no, we don't discuss AI. Also, the music is usually too loud to even get into conversation. Also, what's happened with me at parties is I used to go to parties and click these photos, right? And that was like my fun. And then it became a thing that, oh, Orry only takes pictures of the most famous, relevant people. So then people used to try to gusso into my pictures. So now 2 hours into the party, I'm still taking pictures, because if I don't give someone a picture, they're feeling bad, and that's my new superpower. If I lurk around a celebrity enough and don't give them a picture or take a picture with them, I can see the happiness wipe off their face. And I never want to do that to someone. So I'm just there taking pictures, and 2 hours later the party is ending and I'm still not done with my photo reels.
And what are the others doing? So there's loud music, and there's all these rich people, and there's all this great food, and it's so loud that you can't even talk.
But
I'm trying to figure out what is
soaking up each other's
what are you
vibes. We're soaking up each other's energy, and we're
How
just
do you
loving
soak up a
that.
vibe?
You just stand next to each other and go brrr, brrr, and we love it. We love doing that. I'm looking at your watch, he's looking at my t-shirt, we're seeing what each other shop, we'll talk about our recent holiday, or some reel that I posted that's funny, and we'll make a joke, and that's about it. Most of these people actually really have very tough lives.
Yeah?
The richer you are, the tougher your life is, because you're spending the whole day impressing other people, and that's exhausting. That is exhausting.
Tell me more about this. You're spending the whole day impressing other people when you're rich?
Last week I went for my friend's party, okay? She's a society girl. I'm not going to take names. High society girl. She spends the whole day impressing her mother-in-law, then impressing her kitty party friends, and impressing her husband something, and the colleagues, and corporate people, and blah, blah, blah. And finally, the end of the day, when she's having a drink with me, she just wants to like... And that's honestly what we're doing. We're deflating with each other. But we're looking beautiful deflating. We're looking amazing as we deflate.
See, even the deep mind guy could not confuse me as much. Wait.
It's like this beautiful...
So you're rich. Why do you have to impress?
But what else are you going to do if you're not impressed? You've been educated, you've been groomed, you're looking beautiful. If you're not going to use that to impress someone, then what are you going to use it for? If I'm not going to use my talent, my beauty, and my ability to speak to impress everyone around me, then what is it for?
And do people actually get impressed? Because
of course they do. Look at where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting being interviewed by you in front of all these lovely, rich, educated, amazing people. Surely I've impressed someone to be here.
So you are different though, but I'm talking about the other people there.
I may have won the game.
You won the game.
I may have done it spectacularly and maybe the best, but everyone to an extent.
But what about the losers who are...
They're trying to impress, they're just doing it badly.
They're just doing it badly. I learned something new today. That's what it's all. This fame thing, it's very interesting because fame used to come in old days, a very different method of acquiring fame. And nowadays, anything can happen.
Yes.
Right? There are phenomenons abroad, like it's very different profile from you, but sort of in the same space. Anybody heard of Dan Bilzerian? He's big on Instagram, throws the most epic parties ever. So he's famous for the parties. So he became famous for that. There's someone like a Hawk to a girl. Have you heard of the Hawk Tuah girl?
She spat on someone, right?
I do not want to say what she did because these days, um, but the point is she got instant fame.
Yeah.
Instant. And now she has a podcast, she has a whole career going. And in a way, you were not under the radar, and then, like you say, you won the fame game, and you are here now and everything. You like being famous?
I love it.
What do you like about being famous?
I love that when I reach somewhere, the door opens immediately, and I say that physically and metaphorically. I love that I can use my fame to get things easily. That's what I've earned the fame for, right? And who doesn't want an easy life? I like when I need access to something, I get it. I like when I need an opportunity, it's given to me, and that's what I like about it. See, I wasn't born famous. I really earned that fame, and it's not easy. So when you say Hawk Tuah girl, she was a girl who had a viral moment, but how do you hold on to that virality and make it mainstream? See, virality goes up and then it goes down, right? Whatever goes up has to come down, and the brighter you burn, the faster you burn out, right? So it's how do you hold on to that fire and keep it burning? And I think the best part about being famous is the easy access to almost anything, the easy invitations, the easy ability to enter rooms that you weren't meant to be in. And also there's a comfort blanket about being famous, right? There's a certain protection that, it's also vulnerability, but there's a certain protection that circles me when I enter a room knowing that I'm famous, having that confidence, and knowing that no one can enter my bubble, and it gives me that oomph factor, and I like that.
Yeah, because some people say like the best game is rich and anonymous. Like if you're rich and anonymous, you're under the radar, nobody knows. Because we are.
But I don't find that fun.
Okay.
I don't find that fun.
Okay.
Like if I was under the radar, I'd be really sad.
Why? Why is
Like,
it so important?
I like that when I post something, everyone watches it. I like that when I speak, people are listening. You know, who doesn't want to be heard and loved and seen?
Maybe some people don't crave the validation. So
Well, I'll
much.
never understand them.
Yeah. So you crave validation from the
I
world.
have it, I don't crave it.
Huh? You have it right now.
I have it.
But do you crave it?
I do not, because I have it. How do you crave something you already have?
I mean,
If you had a donut in front of you, could you crave the donut? No, you're just going to bite it, it's yours.
Yeah, but it means something to you.
Yes.
It does
Yes,
mean.
it does.
But is there a dark side of fame?
Yes, there is. There is a dark side of fame. But as someone who's chosen to be famous, see, like, if you're someone's famous kid, you've not chosen it, right? You've been born with it. So different for them. But for someone like me who opted for it, I entered this territory voluntarily. The dark side comes with the territory you've entered knowing. Something small you do that could be bad, could be blown out of proportion. Something you say somewhere could be taken into the worst directions. The other day I was at an event and there was this girl who came up to me about a year ago, and she looked like she dug her nose. And so she came to shake my hand and I gave her a fist bump. She's made this video about how I ruined her life and publicly humiliated her because I gave her a fist bump and not a handshake. And I was dragged through the internet for this lack of handshake, and people were like, he thinks he's too good, he thinks he's this, he thinks he's that. So there is a downside. People blow the tiniest things out of proportion. You can make a joke somewhere and that could be taken completely out of proportion. So I think that is the downside. Also, another downside that a lot of people will tell you is the lack of privacy. But I love a lack of privacy, because I am on both sides of the fence. If you're a celebrity, I want to know what you're doing. I will zoom in with my binoculars, and I'm a celebrity. I want you to zoom in on me with your binoculars. So I like the lack of privacy. If you took a picture of me doing something naughty, I wouldn't mind. If you took a picture of me changing and leaked it, I'd enjoy it. I would love the TRP.
All right. Well, you are getting what you love right now. I remember, like, speaking of the flack you get for something, you shared, like, you voted for Trump.
I did, yes.
And you can vote because you have a US
Yes,
passport.
I
Yes.
of course.
So, like, otherwise people are like, how? And you got a lot of flack for that.
It was the most backlash I've ever received.
Because I think you also said, I've been wanting him to win. Like, you were
I
kind
was
of
very public through the election.
Why did you
I
want
was
Trump to
supporting
win?
him. Huh?
Why, what was about him that you liked?
I just love how articulate he is. He says everything in the most basic American format ever. He means what he says and he sticks to it. And he's not aiming for the stars. He's not promising things he can't deliver. And he's delivering on everything he promised. Whereas you had Kamala Harris, who'd serve you nothing but a big word salad. I couldn't understand a word that woman was saying. And her press team would DM me saying, do you support Kamala? And I was like, no, I don't support her. And they'd message me again saying, but do you support her? And I was like, y'all obviously can't understand the word no. So I was like, I can't even trust her press team. Forget her. But I just like everything Donald Trump stood for. I'm a very conservative person in nature, which a lot of people do not know or think about when they think of me, because I think I represent so many liberal, open-minded factors, but I am yet a very conservative person. So I know when I came out and I put out that post, there was a lot of backlash, and people like, we never thought you were like this. And I was like, well, I'm being honest. I'm letting you guys know about me, and I hope you all take that well. No one took it well, but...
Okay. Well, you definitely put yourself out there with that, but I don't know, we have any Trump voters. We don't have any skin in the game, so fine. Whoever you want to vote for.
And also, it generated a lot of entertainment. That post, when I posted my ballot, and I showed it, and it generated a lot of news. And you know what? If anything, I am an entertainer. And we live to entertain, right, as public figures. So I was actually very happy that I came out with that post, because not only was I being honest with people, I provided entertainment for a week.
All right. Do you think like accomplishment should come with fame, or it's not necessary? Like to have an accomplishment, like a musician.
Oh, accomplishment should come with fame.
Like is it like a major accomplishments? You know, normally people like win the World Cup or.
No, I don't believe skill, fame, accomplishment, success are all holding hands. No, you could be a very unsuccessful person and yet be very famous. You could be a total flop. I know a lot of flops who are very famous. You do not need to be a lot of people are like, why is Orry famous? He's talentless. And I was like, yet I'm famous. So you need to like move along now, because this topic is old. You don't need to be talented to be famous. They're two very separate things.
And why do you think, what is it about you that has enabled you to be famous?
I think what people were most fascinated about me, and no one believes me when I say this, is that I was a very ordinary person. There's nothing about me that's so larger than life, and yet that made me larger than life. Because you wouldn't see a celebrity go on a train to Korai Canal. Yet I took the train from Bombay to Korai Canal, and I'm sitting on the train and my bag was more expensive than the whole compartment, and that caused a lot of backlash. No, I swear, and my shoe was more expensive than the compartment, so that caused backlash, and I put my bag as a pillow.
What shoe was it?
I was wearing an Hermes Croc chappal, and I put my foot up.
How much are those for?
They're very expensive. It was a gift. And I slept with my backpack.
Hermes makes chappals?
Yes.
Hermes makes chappals?
Yes.
Are we talking more than a lakh? For a chappal?
Many lakhs.
Many lakhs.
Let's drop that. Let's drop the price. And then I put my backpack under my head to sleep, which is normal. Anyone here been on a train? Have you put your bag under your head to sleep? Next news article, Orry uses LV bag as pillow on train, and people went crazy. And because I took the train to Korai Canal, next article, Railway Ministry using Orry to show that trains are usable. They've paid him to do this.
Really?
No. I took the train to Korai Canal because I wanted to. But you'll never see a celebrity on a train like that. And there was a line on the train, every compartment coming to take a picture. And I was giving out these pictures. And I think that's what fascinated people the most about me.
You think it's because you slum it out?
Not because I don't want to say slum it out, but I do the ordinary. You will see me at the restaurant next to you. You will see me having coffee randomly next to you. You will see, it's not absurd. If you had to see someone randomly walking around Palghar market in Kashmir, that was me. I was just there walking, and the shop people were getting confused. They were like, we don't believe it's you, because what are you doing here in this mountain? I was like, I'm here. What are you doing in this train? So I would do the most ordinary things, and that would get a lot of spotlight, because the world loves seeing a celebrity do normal people things.
Okay. Well, thanks for doing normal things.
Thank you for having me do that.
Have you thought of going to Kumbh for a dip or something?
I thought that, but that could have been a security risk, and so I didn't want to do that. Not a safety risk, so I didn't want to.
Yeah? Why? Because?
I'm a very small person, as in I'm 5'4", and a lot of times what happens is I get squashed in public. I was never the type of person to carry security, but like after a while I had to start, because people would just come and pick me up and walk off. Like people...
Really?
No, I was at the Ed Sheeran concert, and I'm a very friendly person. And see, I'm a boy, so people think they can touch me. And the whole story is Orry touches you, you touch Orry. That's a thing, right? So I'm at the Ed Sheeran concert, and this
That's a thing? Orry touches?
Yes, it's a thing.
Where do you touch? I'm sorry, just clarify.
I touch souls.
Okay.
And I'm paid a lot to do so.
Okay.
And I was at this concert, and this large man just picks me up like this and puts me over his shoulder, and he walks off.
Where was this?
At the Ed Sheeran concert in Mahalakshmi. And I'm like screaming hysterically, like, help, put me down, put me down. Everyone's like laughing because they thought I knew this man, because he so casually picked me up and started walking. So after that I realized, see, if you're a girl, no boy is going to touch you, because that's harassment. But because I'm a boy, the public feels they can touch me, and they've seen me touch everyone, so they really think this.
Yeah, no touching.
So that's why I didn't go to,
No.
So I didn't
Guys,
go to
don't touch Orry, please. Come on.
Unless you've paid for it. Then it's
Oh,
fine.
there is a rate card or
There's
something?
a rate card. I actually do charge people to give my touch, and I make you sign a form so you can't put a Me Too case on me later, in case.
Really?
Yes.
Like I said, I have
You
learned.
must Google Orry's touch. Audience, you all know what that means, right?
What will come out? I'm just like Ori's touch.
Well, like if you have gas and I touch you, the gas will come out.
Okay. Ori, I will maybe see the rate card and maybe I can fund your next pair of chappals. Um, where's Ori going now? Next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Honestly, next 5 years. I don't know, I'm not a psychic. I
No, I mean,
wouldn't know.
career-wise, where do you, how do you want to take this brand?
I hope to have retired by then. I can't be dancing on Instagram Reels for the next 5 years.
You're tired?
I wouldn't say I'm tired, but like you have to move on.
Yeah, but don't you want to remain famous and you want to be like, you know?
So I've never really gone supremely out of the way to acquire fame. Like I said, I've always done the very ordinary. Like when I said I'm living, I'm a liver, I wasn't being funny. I've been saying that for years. It just so happens the interview said, what are you doing? And I'm like, babe, like I'm just living my life. Leave me alone. Can I breathe? And I just became famous for saying I'm doing the absolutely ordinary. I am living. Who is not living? Are you living?
Compared to you, no.
Well, that's most
No,
people, but I hope to continue.
We are
doing-
existing, Ori. It's your world and we are just part of the simulation.
That is,
I
I will not debate that.
You know, I think we are all placed here to like make sure you have a good time and you have some. When's the next party?
It's actually tonight. I'm
Oh.
going for the Honey Singh concert.
Huh?
The Honey Singh concert.
Oh yeah, and then there's the after party.
And then there's an after party.
Okay, well, I'm never going to be invited, so I won't even
You
ask
wanna
you.
come?
No, well, I never get invited to these
Okay, I'm
things.
inviting you now.
What time is it?
6:30.
6:30?
6:30, yeah.
What?
The concert.
And the party after?
You ride with me after that.
No, no. So what time will that be like?
I don't know, whenever.
And you guys party till late, like till morning?
Depends. You leave when you want to leave. Paris Hilton once told me never stay at a party after 3 in the morning. And if you're
Okay.
caught at a party post 4 in the morning, it means you don't have a life. It means you have nothing to wake up to. It means you, and I have nothing to wake up to.
So
but I was
3
like,
is okay. 3
3
yeah.
is okay. But she said if you stay later, it looks like you have nothing to wake up to, nothing to live for. And I was like, shit, I have nothing to live for, but I'm going to leave anyways because she told me to and I don't want to look back.
I think Paris Hilton has a lot of inspiring things to say. Thank you so much, Ori.